three-point shot.
It's good. Powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
All right, everybody, welcome. This is the final game of the final match of the day for the Rough Rider broadcast team. We got Chris Walton there, and we got Hall and Cockrell have fought their way back. One more match to lock down the second seed from this region, and they're going to play Jenkins and Brooks from China Springs. What's going on down there at the tournament?
It's when you said it exactly right, Shai. You said it's the final match, final round. It is. There are a bunch of courts. None of them are taken. The only match going on in the tournament is this one. It's the only playback round that was needed is in girls doubles. Well, will be explained here in just a second on a video, but basically what it is, if nobody has beaten the champion, if both teams that are left have lost to the champion, then you get to play each other to say who's really second.
Right.
Whereas in most places, it's whoever gets beat by the champion first, right?
Right.
They become the second place team. So that's what's going on. A playback round and lots at stake. Here's the Ray Jones keys. Continue to do what they've done. They lost their confidence against a slightly better team. But to this point in the tournament, they have been very confident and aggressive and decisive on teams that they are a little better than. And I think China Spring is close to them in skill level, maybe a half step below. But it's a game that could get away easily. So, again, it's all mental. That's the Ray Jones keys to the game. And I guess that's about all we need to take care of. Thanks to Farmer State Bank for the pregame report all tournament long, and thanks to Sabine State Bank. We'll be right back with the play-by-play here live from Earl Rudder High School in Bryan.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmer State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmer State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Welcome back to Regional Tennis here on NetSN. Well, during round 4, here's what happened. Jalen loses to the defending state champ, but it doesn't matter. She's a silver medalist and she's heading to state. Meanwhile, Hall and Cockrell defeated Bullard handily. And meanwhile, Burnett were 6-0, 6-0 champions against China Spring. What does that mean? It's time for a playback. What's that? Essentially, round 5. Since both teams lost to Burnett, now they play each other to see who's second. So it's Jenkins and Brooks of China Spring, Hall and Cockrell of Center, with 2 tickets to state on the line. It's brought to you by Sabine State Bank. We'll bring it to you next.
All right, everybody, here we go. The very last match of the tournament for Center or anybody else. Here we go. China Spring and Center. And for anybody that's been part of the programs in the last 5 or 6 years, that carries some weight. The China Spring Cougars are Center's maybe biggest rivals, enough that my son Jack Callen canceled some plans to come watch this match. There's grudge matches against China Spring as we eliminated them on our way to a state trip, and then they turn around and return the favor in team tennis. So there's bad blood. It's perfect that we're playing them for a trip to state. China Spring wins the toss. They serve first, and it is 40-15, I guess 40-15. So to the ad side. So I thought it was. Oh, Reese had an idea to go down the aisle didn't work out on the alley, and so they lose the first game, but that's okay. They have lost every first game they've played except for the one in the round one. And it's just worked out for them. They've not gotten off to the first win really yet. So now we are underway, and they will serve to try to even the match when we come back. Let's hear from Sabine State Bank, who's brought us the tournament, and then we'll be right back with game two of the first set.
So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name, and they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
All right, here we go. Sarah Hall will serve first for center. First serve goes into the net. Here comes her second serve. Oh, good second serve with some pace, low. And the returner from China Spring, I'm trying to figure out which one that is so I can get it down. Okay, that's Jenkins. There's a Reese Cockrell and Reese Jenkins. Jenkins just put the return into the net. Sarah, good serve, pushes Brooks wide to her backhand, and Brooks can't get it over the net. So a service winner, and it's 30-15 for Sarah Hall. And the Riders lost the first game, trying to even it back up. 30-15. Serving to Jenkins. First serve into the net. Jenkins has moved up, expecting the serve is far enough back, it moved Jenkins back. Sarah made a good second serve. That was a strategy. She moved up, so she pushed the serve, not with a lot of pace, but with a lot of deep depth. Jenkins had to back up to make the shot, put it in the net. 40-15. 2 set points for Sarah, serving now to Brooks. Good shot right on the tee. The return hits the line up. She says no. So the return is deep, and in 5 points, the Lady Riders even it back up. It's 1-1. Yeah, bad blood between the Riders and the China Spring Cougars. I mean, not viciously bad blood, but good rivalry blood. And both, I think, right before COVID in 2019. Yes, right. In the fall of 19, went down to the last game. I think a very young Reese Cockrell was the one who was on the line trying to save it on the 20th game, and she lost. So this guy's kind of poetic. I'd forgotten that. And then the year before that, I think it was 10-8, the Rough Riders won and went on to do well in state. Okay, Jenkins serve. She has a good hard serve. The return goes back to her from Cockrell, but Jenkins moves in on it, hits it real hard, and Sarah knocks the second return back. So they're up 15-love now. Second serve to Sarah. Good serve. Sarah gets it back to the back for forehand. Forehand in the net. Jenkins had an idea to go alley and didn't commit to it, so it's 15-all. Yeah, Coach Dykes is not overly familiar with his team. Here comes the serve. It moves quickly. The return from Cockrell is taken by Brooks at the net, but Hall moves to it, and on the first bounce puts it way out of reach in the far corner. So Riders up now, 15-30. Good serve. Hall puts it back to Jenkins. Jenkins tries the backhand and hits it hard. Cockrell does not swing. So the question is, was it in or out? I didn't hear the score. I think it was out. Good return from Cockrell. Good backhand, but too far. And so, even though the first shot was a drilled shot from Jenkins on the serve and the return, and it looked, well, game's on, 4 points in a row, and Hall and Cockrell break. So up now 2-1, and they are going to talk a little bit to their respective coaches as Dykes strolls out. He walks as fast as he ever does. It takes a long time to get there. He's cool, man. Let's hear from some of our tennis sponsors, and we'll be right back as the Riders are up a game here in the deciding match to trip to state on the line.
Texas Glacier is proud to partner with Center Rough Rider Tennis because if you're playing tennis, you're working up a thirst. And with thirst, you can't beat Texas Glacier. How about their 8-step filtering and reverse osmosis process for their water, or their clean and clear package ice, or their Squincher sports drink? Texas Glacier and Rough Rider Tennis.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointment, mobile vaccine units, sports physicals, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
All right, Riders up 2-1 with Cockrell serving.
Sabine State Bank has brought such a good tournament. Cockrell has been a good server during the tournament. Our first serve goes short, but the second serve manages to get Jenkins out wide. Jenkins gets it back at Cockrell, but she cocks and loads and fires, and it's just too much pace for Jenkins, the up player, and it's into the net. So Riders take the first point, 15-love. Good serve to the forehand, and it's in the net. I got stuck on the name. It's not Jenkins, but it's Brooks. Brooks nets the easy forehand, so it's 30-love. Unforced error. Cockrell serving to Jenkins. First one goes into the net, serving to the deuce side. Second serve in the net. An almost identical second serve. And she looked frustrated, and I heard Coach with such a good piece of advice, don't take that thought. Let that go. Whatever you're thinking, look on your face, let that go. This serve, a little bit long, much better serve. Second serve now to Brooks. It's into the forehand. Oh, and Brooks just, something happened. She just missed. I mean, it was just easy forehand, and unless there was some spin or something on it, Brooks just took her eye off of it and rolled it into the net. She was as surprised as I was. It's an interesting looking pair over there. I mean, center Sayre and Reese are roughly the same height and weight. You can tell them apart from their hair color, but Jenkins is about 5'8" or 9, big and strong, and Brooks is about 5'2". Brooks is blonde. Jenkins is dark brown hair, contrast in styles. Good serve from Cockrell, but big forehand tries to down the alley. Sayre gets it, puts it back. Now both teams have kind of squared up. Now Jenkins saw an opportunity with a big forehand. Hall was kind of out of place, about in no man's land. It was neither up nor back, and Jenkins hit it hard to her, and Sayre unable to field it. So a good play by the hard-hitting Jenkins. 40-30, Reese to serve to Hall. To Brooks. There you go. She served it. Hall put back a relatively easy forehand. Reese has some choices, and I think she got caught between choices, tried to go down the alley, and it hit in the net. So it's deuce now. She's serving on the deuce side to the dangerous Jenkins. Leading 2-1, trying to stay up a break. Trading backhand, forehand. Here comes Jenkins' big forehand. Sayre steps in front of it. Tries to get it over Brooks and in, but just a little bit too much. And it goes just out of bounds. Good shot, good idea. Didn't quite work out. And it is break point for the Cougars. I mean, Riders are up 2-1, but you got to hold your serve. If they break back, we're back on serve and everything's normal. And they just high-fived, and Cockrell dropped her racket and said, what am I doing? So she's got to shake it off. Something's rattling around up there. The serve now to Brooks. Good serve. Oh, and they had what they wanted. Brooks had an easy return, and it was easily picked off by Hall. Sarah stepped in front of it and put it in the net. One of those shots you make 9 out of 10 times, but that ends their run of 2 in a row, and now the game's evened up at 2. Brooks began. She served first. Now we're back all the way around. She's serving again. First serve, no good. Second serve, long. So it's a double fault and an easy rebound point there for Cockrell. Now Hall will receive the serve from Brooks. Nice, easy first serve. Hall gets it back, a drop shot. Hall has to just boogie to get there. Gets the ball up and into Reese's shotgun, and pow, blows it right back at Jenkins. All Jenkins can do is protect herself, and that is a point for the Riders. Serve now to Cockrell. Cockrell gets a nice return, but Jenkins sneaks over right in the middle of the court, jumps on it, and makes him pay for not noticing it. So it's 15-30, advantage to our Rough Riders now as Hall's going to take this fourth serve. Serves a little long. Second serve. Brooks to Hall. To the backhand. Good. Now, and Cockrell sneaks over, but Jenkins blocks her. Then Hall gets it back. It manages to stay in bounds. Brooks with the lob. And, Brooks gets it over. Hall gets it back, hits the net, drops over. Jenkins with a defensive shot, and Cockrell puts it back, and then Jenkins pounces on it like a Cougar. And it is a tie. Let's see, now it's advantage Cougars. 40-30 after a really good, eventful point. Serving to Cockrell. Cockrell backhand return. Back to Brooks. Brooks nets it, and Hall was about to put it away anyway. So it's deuce. The Riders right now are closest to me and almost all the Rough Rider fans on this side of where the Riders are. The kind of Spring fans on the far side from me. First serve's good. Good backhand. Hall to Brooks. Brooks to Hall. Hall tries a lob. Oh, my. Tried to put it over Cockrell. Cockrell stepped back, but she was about 8 feet from the net, and that's dangerous. Her overhead went in the net. So add Cougars. First serve to Cockrell. Cockrell gets it back to Brooks. Brooks to Hall. Hall steps forward, tries to put it away. Brooks gets it back, but gets it back out of bounds, and so it's the second deuce. Sarah and Reese talking to each other now, getting pumped up. I think things were going pretty smoothly. Then they lost Reese's service game. Now they're very much focused. Do serve to Sarah. A little bit deep. Second serve. Brooks to Hall. Forehand. It's intercepted by Jenkins. Put back by Cockrell. Jenkins again. Back to Cockrell. Cockrell goes to Brooks. Brooks puts it over the net. Cockrell decides to try to take it. Probably not a good choice. She had to take it off the ground at the net. Know where she could go with it. Puts it into the net. And it's the third add out for the Lady Riders. Third add in for the Cougars, trying to regain the lead. First serve against the net. Second serve to Cockrell. To the forehand. A chop forehand back to Brooks. Brooks to Cockrell. Backhand back to Brooks. Brooks to Cockrell. Forehand back to Brooks. Brooks lobs over Sayre. Decides to let Cockrell have the backhand, but Jenkins was ready. She puts it away, but Cockrell goes and digs it. back over to the backhand, and they put it in the net. Cockrell made a great defensive shot, and Jenkins had a chance to play offense, tried it, put it in the net, and once again, for the fourth time, it's deuce. Serve to Sayre, hits the net, and then it'll be first serve again.
Right here, Sarah, let's go.
2 all. Center trying to break. Good first serve beforehand. Sayre, Sayre looks over at the audience and says, why? Because it was just a firm serve, an easy forehand, and she squared up and did everything she was supposed to do and just didn't quite complete the stroke. A fifth add out for center. Good backhand on the return. Back over to Cockrell. Cockrell lobs it. Will it land in? It does. Brooks lobs it back. Sayre wants it, takes it, hits it, but Jenkins gets to it. Now Cockrell takes it. Manages to get it over. Here comes Brooks. Big to Cockrell's forehand. Reese tried to cross to stay away from the dangerous up man. Jenkins just missed it. Hit the top of the net. And after 4 deuces, but they never had an ad. It was pretty much always the Cougars' game. Oh, wait, here it comes. It's ad out again. Serve to Sayre. Sayre hits it back to Jenkins. Jenkins a little bit too late getting her racket on it. We have is this deuce number 5 or 6, Shine? 6 deuce. Serve to Cockrell, just a little long. It's 5 in a row. She's won to Cockrell. 5 in a row she's lost to Sayre. And this one is a double fault. Just a little bit out, both of them, almost there. So the momentum is strong. Opportunity is strong. Sayre hasn't yet to lose one of these ads. This is ad in. The serve goes into the net. Here comes the second serve. It's in. Sayre's forehand. Brooks to Cockrell. Cockrell had a chance to split them, did, but too long. At the net, split the 2 Cougars, but it went long, and this is deuce number 7. And it makes it the longest game of any of the matches that we've covered. A serve. Reese takes it. Back to Brooks. Lob. Reese is going to take it. Also lobs. Is it going to land in? It does. Nice lob. In fact, so nice it goes over the head of the shorter Brooks. That's how good the lob was. She had it planned. She was ready, but it just bounced over her head, and she couldn't get to it. So it's a second add-out opportunity for Sayre Hall, who takes the backhand return in the corner. Backhand return now from Brooks to Hall. Forehand into the net. And again, she looks over at her parents. Why? The same abbreviated swing that caused it to go in the net before. Deuce number 8. Shires, this is a marathon.
Yes, it is.
Serve to Reese. Back to Brooks. Forehand back to Reese. Reese hit it a little too hard. It goes out of bounds. And they will have on this 8th deuce their, what would this be, the 5th, so 6th ad game point opportunity. Sayre has defended it every time. Can she do it again? Serve to the backhand. Good return to the backhand. Work to the backhand. Set up for Reese. She had an overhead, and she just swung and missed. A swing and a miss. Foul tipped it away. It looked like this would be an easy point, and it was just a foul tip. And here's the question. What kind of effect does that have after a long game like that on the winner of the game or the loser of the game? We'll see. We're going to break, or we'll hear from some of our tennis sponsors and be back with the Riders down on serve, but down 3-2.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tennaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. The best in insurance coverage, Bounds Insurance and Center, is now a part of the Rough Rider athletic family, proudly carrying Rough Rider tennis and providing insurance coverage for East Texas for over 50 years. Bounds Insurance says go Center Tennis and go Sarah.
Does the windshield of your car have any damage of any kind? Do any of your home's windows need repairing? Whether it's a scratch or a crack, the people at Center Glass want you to know that they are the people to call for these problems. Go to Center Glass for your glass repair needs of all kinds.
All right. Had a slight flub there. Had a fly attack me that caused me to hit the wrong button. But anyway, so we're down now. We're down 3-2. And
on serve,
yeah.
But still, that game was so long.
Yes.
What do you think the effect might be?
I think it has a psychological effect, not good for the Rough Riders. I mean, normally you get one like that. When it goes like this, and you continually they win the deuce court, but Sayer wins the ad court, and then when you finally break through and got the double fault, then you guess Sayer's got to win one more, but then she drops it, and then. Yeah. You go back and forth, and you have two opportunities, and you can't get it done. On your serve, they can recover, but it's you don't want to be in that boat. You want to win that one.
Fortunately, it was the Cougars serving long game like that. That was 8 deuces. Jack Allen, what's the effects of a loss like that when you lose that game?
Well, it just makes you more tired. It sucks that it's at the beginning of a set. It wears down on you mentally and physically, but these girls can bounce back.
So here we go. As we have Reese serving. She wins the first serve, one return, and then that was that. And that was quicker than...
Hopefully it makes them mad.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Constructively mad, yeah. Sarah serving. Won the first one, down a game, but like I said, on serve. Here's the serve to Brooks into the net. And good serve there. Brooks, long return, lobbying return from Sayre. Brooks takes it, but right to Reese. Reese, I don't know that it was a very good play Reese made. She hit it right at Jenkins. Jenkins tried to take it and it hit a racket and bounced to the ground. I'm afraid if Jenkins had stepped aside, it might have gone out of bounds. But, hey, we don't have to worry about that. Here we go. Sayre. Hey, did we win the last point? I've already forgotten. Is it 40 love or 30-15? Here comes the second serve to Jenkins, and it's long. Completely unforced error there. As neither serve was close, but they seem to be okay with it. I've enjoyed watching Sayre bounce back from stress. There's always a beauty. She has a dazzling smile, and it seems to come to her face when she's shaking off the blues. The serve to Brooks is a good one, but Brooks gets it back in deep. The lob over Jenkins. Brooks will take it. But she does not get her lob past Cockrell, who puts it down the left-hand side, for the Cougars' left, to Reese's right. And it looks like that's going to be no. They're hitting it back to Sayre. So I had lost track of the score. See if I can hear her call it. 30-15. Okay. Serve to Jenkins, a little bit long. The third long serve in a row to that side. See if Sayre can get this one dialed in. She does. Forehand, big forehand. It hits the net. And Cockrell's able to adjust. Cockrell was going for the shot, hit the net. She was able to adjust and hit the shot with enough pace that Brooks couldn't handle it. Boy, top notch. It was like a house cat. Cat-like reflexes from Cockrell to win that one, and that was it. I heard them say 30-15. It was 40-15. And so Center wins that one. We're back on serve. Jenkins Serves to Cockrell. Cockrell gets it back to Jenkins. Jenkins to Hall. Hall puts it across court. Brooks lunges and misses. And that was a really good-looking, very efficient point. Love 15, advantage riders. First serve hits the net. I think it went in, so she'll get her first serve again. Yeah, first one. Okay, Sayers' forehand return does not get by Brooks at the net. Brooks puts it her backhand by Cockrell, and it's 15-all. Brooks is a capable player, very consistent. Jenkins is the one with the killer offensive potential. Good shot from Cockrell. Cockrell's return of serve hits the line. Jenkins is able to get it over the net, but Sayre utterly destroys the second shot. The second Rough Rider shot was a bomb. Perfect. Quick serve from Jenkins. She didn't take much time. Sayre gets it back. Another backhand to Sayre and out to Jenkins. Forehand. Tries to get it over Reese's head. Can't. So Hall gets it back. Reese gets it back. Both shots hit the tape and bounces over. Nice defensive lob from Sayre. Brooks over Reese. Nope. And Reese puts it away. And Reese has got her mojo back. That was a relatively difficult shot, and she delivers. And so after the long, here's the answer. Oh, I thought that the game was over. The center was
should be
ready to switch sides, but yeah, it is. So good serve, good return. Jenkins serves it. Cockrell returns it. Jenkins' forehand is deep. So it is. That's how they react to it. Now we know. After a long game that you lose with 8 deuces, you win 2 in a row, and you break and take the advantage of the game. Well done. It's been a long weekend. It's been a great weekend brought to you by Sabine State Bank. We will go to break now as they switch sides, and we'll be back with the Lady Riders up 3-2. Sorry, 4-3. 4-3.
Does the windshield of your car have any damage of any kind? Do any of your home's windows need repairing? Whether it's a scratch or a crack, the people at Center Glass want you to know that they are the people to call for these problems. Go to Center Glass for your glass repair.
Okay, now we can start on the baseball sponsors.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those
Oh,
American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's
Oh,
what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen.
All right, Chris Wallington.
4-3, Mr. Shires.
I'm thinking I've got to run when I get back to center. I'm thinking about Dairy Queen and get me a Blizzard.
Yeah, might be time. Cockrell's first serve hit the net. Second one to the forehand to Jenkins. Back to Cockrell's forehand. To Jenkins' forehand. She goes down the alley. Sarah gets to it, but not able to get it back over the net. Reese put it back a little too shallow and gave the powerful Jenkins some choices. So,
be curious to talk to JC. You know, when you're 4-3 right here, this is a pivotal game for the Riders. If they can break serve here, go up 5-3, and then have a chance to serve it out. I always felt like if you could win this one, it was a huge deal.
It would be. And they've taken a step in the right direction. Reese got a good serve to Brooks. Brooks back to Reese. Reese's shot. Jenkins thought she would try to step in front of it. Got that I think critical mistake, getting your racket below the net and just not able to do anything with it, and it fell harmlessly away. Center wins that one. On the next one, though, Cockrell's serve to Brooks comes right back to Cockrell, and Jenkins makes a beautiful drop shot that no one can get to. So it's 15-30 now. Advantage Cougars. Good backhand from Cockrell to Brooks. Brooks lobs to Cockrell. Cockrell's forehand lobs, it gets over Jenkins' head. Brooks takes it. Sarah steps in front of it. But even though she stepped in front of it, it was such a good forehand, she just didn't have much she could do with it. She met the ball below the net, and that meant it had to go up before it went down. And her volley was too long. So here we go. Cockrell. Facing a couple of break points, but what do you do when you're facing break point? It's an ace, hardware ace. Gets it right by Jenkins. Got it by her right side. 30-40, still facing the break. Don't want to give it back. Good serve, forehand. Sarah takes it, and perfect. Splits it. So, boom, boom. They face the two breaks, and it's deuce. Yeah, that was the right choice there for the net person to be aggressive. Here comes Cockrell. Good serve. Jenkins gets it back with pace. Chops it back to Jenkins. Jenkins to Cockrell. Cockrell, that may be too much. Oh, it lands in. Jenkins gets it back. Cockrell puts it up. It's taken by Brooks at the net. And Hall gets it by her. A 1 in a million. A 1 in a million. It hits the far right-hand white stripe. A nearly impossible angle, but she made it fall. That's the Dairy Queen play of the first set anyway. Here is game point. He hit it to Brooks. Brooks gets it. Sarah Hall puts it right back at her feet, and Brooks is only able to hit it into the net. So 4 points in a row, and they're able to hold serve. And they go up, like you said, Shires, talk me through that again.
Yeah, well, it's 5-3. I mean, this is kind of like a crossroads. You're up 5-3. Now, if you can break, so that means this serve, it doesn't matter because you get to serve again. So if you can break, you can start the next set serving, right?
Yeah,
if you don't,
that would be nice.
But even if you don't break, you still have a chance to serve out and win.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, so, stay on serve. Hey, the Cougar girls are real fast. They get after it. While we were just talking, the whole point happened, but it was a beautiful point for China Spring. Good serve. It made Cockrell chase it, and Jenkins came right into the picture and waited for the weak return, and they killed it. But on the second serve, Sarah is able to neutralize the return, and Brooks back to Hall, and Brooks' shot goes long. So it's 15 all. Serve, Jenkins takes it. Sarah gets it back. Jenkins takes it again. And Jenkins' second kill was truly a kill. Cockrell managed to get a racket on it, but it never made it quite back to the net. So 3 points and 3 very good points. Each team finding the offensive higher ground on those points. Here we go. 30-15. Sarah's backhand. Jenkins steps in front of it, and another very difficult shot. She didn't really go alley. She just went at an angle so that she went to Reese's right. She was not a whole lot of space to the right of Reese, but she managed to get it right to her foot, and good shot. So here we go. 2 game points for China Spring. Good forehand return. Brooks back to Cockrell. Cockrell back to Brooks. Brooks to Cockrell. Now Jenkins steps in harmlessly, gets it over her head. Now Brooks. She lobs it over Sarah's head. Cockrell lobs it back. They're trading the lobs. This one, a shot. Sarah steps in front of it, puts it away. Of all the choices Brooks had, that was the only one she could not choose to do. She hit it right to Hall, right in the middle of the net. They saved that one. Still with a game point. And Brooks makes the shot. Serve to Sarah. Sarah gets it back. And then as Reese takes a step to her left, Brooks goes down the alley. And so a important win for China Springs. Still, though, center will be serving for the set. When we come back, it's 5-4. And center will switch sides and serve. We'll be right back here in Earl Rudder High School in Bryan for the very last match of the regional tournament.
Portacool, with over 30 years. Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
Bird Forestry began with Mike Bird, East Texas's lush forests, and a dream for the future.
At Bird Forestry, that future is now. As it moves into its second generation, Bird Forestry is a diverse enterprise protecting the environment while it works with industries to ensure the growth of Texas businesses and the welfare of its people. The Bird family supports the riders on the course and beyond.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
That's right. Thanks to Sabine State Bank for bringing us the tournament. And now Sarah Hall serving for the first set. Good serve, takes, oh my goodness. It took Jenkins all the way off the court, but she hit such a beautiful, hard return that it surprised Reese. And Reese kind of left the alley unguarded. Such an unlikely place for her to put that. I would have left it unguarded. Really good shot from Jenkins. They take the first point. Sarah now to Brooks. A little bit long. Second serve. Now this is a break you want to avoid. You want to go ahead and win. A little chop serve. Brooks. And that happens so often. It's a second serve that is just so easy. And Brooks did not finish her swing and lifted the return out of bounds. So it's 15-all. Sarah will serve to Jenkins. Hard serve, hits the tape. Second serve. And it's a little dinky serve. Jenkins handles it. And right back to Sayre, who puts it right into the radar of Brooks, who pounced on it. And again, kind of a sleepy hit from Sayre. She had several choices, and about the only one she couldn't make was hit it right to Brooks. That's what she did. So it's 15-30 advantage to China Spring. The serve to Brooks is, close to being brilliant, but a little bit wide. Second serve. Brooks moved in. And the serve, little chop serve. Brooks almost lost it out of bounds again. The good lob back to Brooks. Brooks decided to make him pay for it and didn't work. Hit the ball into the net. Had too long to think about that one. And really, we've had the first point. Jenkins made a beautiful offensive shot, but the next 3 points have all been sort of defensive accidents. And let's see, here we go. It's 30-all. That's right. She's serving to the deuce court at 30-all. Good serve to the forehand. And Reese had the right idea. It was moving over, but enough pace on that from Jenkins that Reese didn't really get there in time. Reese puts it in the net, and it is break point for the Cougars, 30-40. Reese serving to Brooks. Good serve to the forehand. Sayre lobs it. Brooks waits, lobs it back. Sayre's choice. Decides to hit it hard, and it's the right choice. It gets right by Jenkins, who goes below the net to try and hit the backhand. Probably should have let that one go. It's deuce. Center wins this. They go up by one set. If not, it's 5-all in anybody's game. Good serve, just a little bit wide. Trying to get to the forehand. Second serve to the forehand. Jenkins to Sayre. Sayre to the up man, but she gets it back. Jenkins backhand back to Sayre. Sayre with pace. Up man takes it. Now Cockrell takes it. Jenkins into the net. It looked like the Cougars had the offensive upper hand, but Sayre took it away from them, got the upper hand, and her partner took it home, and it is game point, set point. Sayre to serve to Brooks. Hits the net. Second serve to the forehand. Brooks hits it back to Sayre. Sayre lobs it to Brooks. Good lob. And here's the next lob to Sayre. Will she get it over Jenkins? She does. Back to Brooks. Brooks now with a little pace. Sayre takes it down the alleyway. Oh, just didn't quite make it. Made the right choice. Missed it by about, an inch. And the blue jerseys were very relieved because all they could do was sit and watch. It's deuce as second deuce of the match, of the game so far. As we go back to Jenkins. Good. Oh, I thought it was a good serve, but hit the net. Good pace. Second serve to Jenkins. At deuce. She didn't like the toss. Let it fall. Try it again. And she decided to put a little pace on it. I like the idea because Jenkins had moved up and she tried to say, there's that smile. Comes after a double fault. I just it never dawns on me to smile like that, but it does here. We'll see. Now it's add out. Break point for China Spring, and she'll serve to Brooks. Good first serve. Hits the tee. Brooks gets it back. Forehand lob to Brooks. Brooks gets it by Cockrell. Sayre does it again. Forehand to Brooks. Back to now a backhand from Sayre. Keeps it away from Jenkins. Brooks tries the alley. It's too far. Both of the blue jerseys think that it was in. Both of the purple jerseys say it wasn't. There's not a whole lot of complaint from the China Spring fans either. So it is back to deuce for third deuce of the game, and a big one is China Spring trying to stay in the set. Big breath from Sayre. Serve into the net. Here comes the second serve. To the forehand. Jenkins pushes it back. Sayre to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Sayre. Forehand over Brooks's head. Back to Jenkins, the backhand. Back to Sayre. Forehand. Challenges Brooks and she foul tips it. Point Rough Riders. And Brooks hits the racket, hits it, and foul tip. And it's the second set point that they face. Three deuces. This is the second add in. Not only is it game point, it's set point. Sayre serving to Brooks. Serve a little bit out of control on that one. She was going for the kill. That didn't work. Second serve to Brooks. Brooks moves up. Shot. Brooks takes the forehand to Sayre's backhand to Brooks's forehand. Sayre's backhand to Brooks's forehand. Brooks gives it, Reese intercepts it. Jenkins gets it back. Cockrell, a chance to put it away, puts it in the net. Everything but the shot. And by the way, there is a play-in going on, a very late one, as we have people coming in to actually, it's a Lampasas versus Spring Hill in mixed doubles. As I thought it was finished, but mixed doubles, I guess, had to wait an hour. So strangely, they're coming to play next door to this one with Sarah on the fourth deuce, hits it to Jenkins. Jenkins back, Sarah to Brooks. Brooks to Sarah. Sarah back to Brooks, and Brooks puts it away. And on this fourth deuce, it's the second break point. That's the third break point, but the second one after a deuce. Sarah serving to Brooks. First serve, perfect. Brooks has to stretch to even get to it, and it's a service winner, and it's back to deuce. Fifth deuce. How there were 8 deuces before?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
how far they got?
Yes, there were 8.
Now, this one, even more instrumental and pivotal because of where it is in the match, and it's starting to get in that neighborhood. Sayers, good serve to the backhand. Jenkins' backhand's no good. So takes on both first serves, and just like that, in 2 serves, it goes from add out to add in to another set point, the third set point of this match, of this game. Serving to Brooks. Big serve, good, to the forehand. And it's in the net. 3 big serves in a row for Sarah Hall. After all that, 3 serves tilts the balance. And we are going to break here with a Rough Riders up 1-0 after a long deuce game. I want to say thank you to JBI Insurance. Joe Bill McCuyer has been doing insurance in Shelby County since the 1980s. A lot of people have been helped. And JB has shown up for a lot of folks at just the right time. When everything's going wrong, you have JBI. Thank you, Joe Bill, for supporting Rough Rider Athletics. Okay, we'll hear begin with Sabine State Bank since we're between sets, as they have been our title sponsor for this entire regional tournament. We'll be right back for the second set.
So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice. From there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
All right, folks, welcome back. Again, thanks to Steve Waters at Sabine State Bank for being our title sponsor of this event. What an exciting weekend it has been. And hopefully we're down to the final set. We're down to the final 2 sets at the very most, but hopefully we're going to get this thing done in one more as the Riders take the first set 6-4 with 2 games that went a total of 13 or 14 deuces between the 2 of them. Huge battles, but here we are as we get ready to start the second set, Chris Walton.
Yeah, the Centers had a double coach visit. Very rare. Leon came out and talked to him, and then Coach Munchak came with water, and now she's talking to him. So nice lengthy break between sets. China Spring continues to visit as well. I'm going to conclude my thanks for the broadcast to Shell Mooney and at Mooney's Emporium. And, are they still open? Yeah, there's still an hour and a half to take care of your Mother's Day shopping needs. If you haven't, guys, if you're listening to me, or girls too, if you've got a mother that you have to take care of, Mooney's Emporium will have something that you can consider. Thank you for supporting our broadcast all season long. This could actually be the last Rough Rider broadcast. We have to decide if we're going to do the state broadcast. We have a spring concert to go, but this could be the last time we'll hear from Shell Mooney. All right. So as we look back over what has happened this week, normally we show up with more folks for the state meet. For the regional meet, we get more people out of district, but our district has Spring Hill in it, and Spring Hill has more people here than we do. But only one Spring Hill team that I know of has a chance to go to state. Center is going to qualify both 100%. If we can win this doubles match here, they'll bring 2 and they'll take 2 to state. But it's just harder that when you have Hudson, which used to be our saltiest district competition, and now add to that Spring Hill, who 4 years ago were salty district competition. It's kind of a marquee district now. So
right, and is Kilgore they also have some,
that's right, Kilgore, yeah, and when Spring Hill and Kilgore were in a period where we had a difficult district. We haven't had a difficult district all that often. Kilgore, when Keaton went to state in doubles, Kilgore went to state, but they were in 4. They weren't in our district that year. But it's just, we played them a lot. But that's you don't dominate that district, but the Rough Riders did win district with enough people finishing 3rd across and 4th across the board where they got just enough points. And it was a consecutive district win, like number 20 for Leon and the Riders, but it was one that we barely squeaked by on, but we still got it. So Jalen Postel is the silver medalist and going to state. And one more set, we will have Sarah Hall and Reese Cockle, silver medalists, and going to state. First serve from Jenkins is huge. Cockle gets it back barely across the net. Jenkins comes up and attacks it, gets it huge, but Sarah plays defense again. And after 2 awesome defensive rallies in a row, barely able to keep going. Then and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finishing my thought because I'll explain why here in just a moment. But 2 really good defensive plays, and the Rough Riders score. All right. Sarah puts the return of service out of bounds. A furious Jenkins is angry at one of our parents who was talking in the middle of that point, and actually looked at the parent and said, "You can't do that," which I'm not sure as a player that you ought to do that either, but had some problems between a player and one of our fans. So it's Center's 1-2, China Hills 1-1, and now the 4th point is in play. Jenkins with a big forehand. But great play as after the forehand, Reese defended it, landed well quietly right in the corner on a defensive shot right in the corner, and it forced Jenkins to go chase it. She knocked it over the fence, but she's already served. Reese returned it. Jenkins back to Reese. Reese hits it. Brooks intercepts it. Back to Reese. Reese passes her, and just like that, it's 4 points in a row. Incredible. That game happened so fast. Jenkins serves so quickly, gets to it so quickly, and those points were excellent. I wish you could have seen those, as both teams played well. The Center played maybe their best tennis of the tournament. I know we don't have the Dairy Queen game of the game, but that would have been the game of the game.
It could surely be one of them.
UIL official is addressing the crowd. She says,
"We did. I mean, I did hear somebody say, "Come on, Sayer," or something, right about. I don't think it was malicious or anything.
No. It wasn't at all. It was one of the mamas cheering on one of her daughters, but the official is explaining what the rules are. You can cheer during a point, they're saying. Even if it's loud, you can cheer during a point, but you can't say something directly, like call a name and make sentences. And that's what happened right as Brooks was about to hit the shot. Whether it distracted her or not, I don't know, but Jenkins was defending her partner, and I think that's what she should do. And it got a very rare visit from the officials. Reese, good serve. Jenkins returns it in the net. And center has the first point. Won the first game of the set and the first point of the second game. Good serve to Brooks. Brooks gets it back. And Cockrell was setting it up. A spin on the shot tricked her. She had to adjust her shot and hit it right back to Jenkins for an easy put away, 15-all. But this is what I like, because the controversy it's a good wake-up call. And I think both of our players are playing better as a result. A little bit long on the serve from Reese to Jenkins. Reese's second serve. Jenkins gets it back good to the backhand. Good backhand back to Jenkins. Shot. Tries to lob, but didn't get it far enough. And Hare, Sarah Hall, I put their names together. Hare absolutely punishes Jenkins for it. The lob barely made it over the net, and Hall made her pay for that. Really good game. Check the score. 30-15. Serve, a little long. Second serve. She chooses to go for the forehand return. Cockrell back to Brooks. Brooks lobs it back to Cockrell. Forehand lob. Yep, makes it. Here comes Brooks. Yeah, gets over. Here comes another lob from Cockrell. The lob's high enough, but a little bit too far to the left, and it falls for a point for China Spring. Okay. This is to the deuce side. Looks like it's deuce. Thirty all. Good serve. Jenkins' is forehand back to Reese, who puts her forehand into the net, and it's break point. Center up a set at 6-4. And on serve, well, actually they broke serve, so they're up a break in a second. Serve to Brooks is good. Brooks gets it back to Cockrell's backhand. Back to Brooks. Sarah steps in front of it. The up man steps in front of Sayers. Gets it back. Now a lob from Cockrell, just not enough. I went blank on Jenkins' name. Sarah hit a good shot. Jenkins gets it back, and it's just one of those perfect accidental shots where there was nothing offensive that they could do after the defensive shot. So it ends up working for China Spring, and they break back. So it's 1-all after 2 breaks. Brooks now serving to Cockrell. First serve's no good. Second one is in. Cockrell has a forehand down the alley. Boy, because she is so aggressive, Jenkins has been cheating over. And this one, she didn't even have to hit that with any pace. That was just a little jab into the alley.
That's right. You place it right. You just hit it deep enough. You don't have to put hardly any pace on it. You just want accuracy is way more important than power.
Good serve. Sayers backhand. Brooks gets it back, and Reese steps in front of it. Jenkins gets it back to Reese, but it's kind of a lame duck, and Reese makes her pay. So they trade points, 15-all. So serve to Reese is a little wide.
But who won the last point?
Center did. It
should be 30 love, right?
15-all.
I thought you said that we put one down the line.
Oh, we did.
So it's 30
We
love,
did.
right?
That's right. And in this point, they're trading lobs. There's another one. Here comes Brooks. Has to jump and get it because that's going to bounce over her head.
Right.
That's the problem when you're 5'2". A good lob,
right?
You can't. She can't go back any further. She's against the fence.
You get against the fence.
So if we got the score right, this is triple break point. Good serve though. Good backhand from Sarah. Brooks back to the forehand of Hall, and Hall set it up and miscued. Bounces the forehand into the net. So gets that one.
So we think it's 40-15. Or I'm sorry, 15-40.
15-40, I think. There's the serve. Down low into the net. Second serve. And it is out. It's close, but it's called out, called wide. And the Lady Riders get that one. They break on a double fault. So a pretty dramatic couple of games. But it is 2-1. The Riders trade breaks and they're up and on serve. 2-1 as they change sides, Mr. Shires. So we will do a little changing ourselves and hear from some of the sponsors that have made this wonderful weekend possible.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Your Wellington Shires Pierce playoff sponsors include Wayne Christian Financial Services, Plan with the Professionals, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Portacool, when cool counts, and Tammy Steptoe Realty, where realty meets reality. You're watching a Wellington Shires Pierce production on the Northeast Texas Sports Network here on the NFHS channel. Round 2 of the state playoffs, Shelbyville versus Timpson, live from Carthage. You're watching a Wellington Shires Pierce production with the Northeast Texas Sports Network, the UIL Regional Tennis Tournament, featuring Jalen Postel in singles and Sayre Hall and Reese Cockrells in doubles.
And we're back. Riders are up 2-1 here in the second set. Won the first set. 4 games away from a ticket to the state. And we're back on serve.
I just watched perhaps the best point of the game from both teams. Good serve by Sayre. Good return, but Reese stepped in front of it. And then Jenkins stepped in front of that. So bam, bam, up the front. Then Sayre got a chance to pass past Jenkins. Hall went and dug it, and then Reese put it away.
So
good
15
second,
love?
First serve from Sayre. 15 love Rough Riders. Hall has a really good serve. Her serves have come online here, and good serve. And as Brooks returns it, Sayre hits a nice lob, but Jenkins with such force on the lob return that Sayre has to kind of lunge for a defensive shot.
So
It doesn't make it back over the net.
You're saying Brooks is kind of the steady player, but Jenkins is the one that's got the firepower.
Yes. And more likely to make the error.
Correct.
15-all. Serving now to Jenkins. And a little bit long. It's a competitive game here. Just the team from China Spring does remind me of the Bullard team just a little bit better. Sayre's second serve to the forehand. Big forehand return from Jenkins. Makes Sayre chase it all the way off the court, but she gets back and gets Brooks' put back. Jenkins hits it to Reese. Reese plays self-defense, gets her racket on it, but it goes too far. And that was all set up by the beautiful return of serve. Jenkins had not a whole lot of pace, but Sarah had to go literally run over in front of the Spring Hill people to make the return.
Right. At this point, it seems like it's the whoever can hold a serve is going to have the advantage.
That is exactly right. 30 all, isn't it? No. Yeah.
The 30 all?
It isn't.
I got 30-15, but
that's it. That's right. So moving back and forth, and Jenkins decides to step in front of the back and forth, and it's a good choice, but Sarah Hall gets there and gets it past her. So what was supposed to be the winning shot ends up being the just an opportunity for Sarah. And so, are y'all leaving? Okay. Callan has come, but his girlfriend, Val, sat down, and I didn't say anything to her because I was trying to catch up at that point, and now she's gone. I missed my chance. Dadgummit. I like Val. Here comes the serve. Good serve. Solid. Oh, my goodness, Shires. Sarah's serve is very good. Jenkins' return is a laser, but somehow or another, Reese steps in front of it and hits a drop shot for a winner. 3 excellent shots in a row. It works out for center. So this is game point for center.
Yep.
2 Brooks, 2 deep.
Yep.
Second serve. A lot taken off of that serve. Brooks hits the return to Reese, who has a shot to put it away. He hit it right to her. But Reese is a little slow, and it goes out of bounds. So
another deuce.
Yeah. Another one. A lot of these games have gone deuce, and 3 of those games have been multiple deuces. A 3 deuce, a 5 deuce, and an 8 deuce so far in this match. And we're only early in the second set. Center trying to stay up a break. The shot. Deuce court to Jenkins. First serve no good. Here comes the second. The big return in Jenkins. Easy serve. Big forehand. Again, chases Sarah off. But a good lob. Here comes Jenkins again. Over to Sarah to the forehand. To Brooks. Brooks gets it between them. And again, you can hit it with pace, but if you hit it with pace right to the up person, you have just given them a great opportunity, and Brooks took it. So, big point for the Cougars. Hall to Brooks. Brooks is backhand. Good. Sarah backhand back to Brooks. Brooks over to the backhand. Sarah decides to change. Doesn't get it. Jenkins gets it. But Reese gets it from Jenkins. Puts it back to her. Back to Jenkins. Back to Reese. Back to Jenkins into the net. So once it went from going baseline to baseline and it picked up at the net, Cockrell was able to win it. Back to deuce. Second deuce of this one. Here it comes. Good serve. Jenkins hits it back with equal pace. A soft return from Hall. Jenkins to Hall's backhand. Gets it. Brooks takes it. Cockrell gets it back. Lob backhand to Sarah in the corner. She tries a lob. Brooks takes it. Sarah's able to get it back. Jenkins with pace. Hall gets her racket on it. Can't get it back. So a good back and forth. They end up making that one count for the Cougars. Yeah, that was one of those refreshing point showers where nobody did anything wrong. Yep. Just good tennis. Second ad out, break point. As Sarah serves again to Brooks. Good serve. Oh, a little bit long. It was close. Second serve. Good. Brooks back to Sarah. Sarah takes a backhand. Now they're both at the net. Can they get it over? Nope. Sarah takes it. Didn't really completely finish it off. But there's a limp back to Sarah. She gets a second shot, and she takes it all the way. Perfect shot where it bounces off the court into the Spring Hill serve. The guy was about to serve it and had to stop. Perfect angle on the second put away. Could have won it a shot earlier, didn't. And it's deuce again. This is deuce number 3. Sarah to Jenkins. Good serve to the forehand. Forehand again takes Sarah wide, and it gives Brooks a chance to put it away, but she doesn't. Sarah gets it back. Brooks to Reese. Reese back to Brooks, and then it's into the net. Playing that fast at the net, and Reese has won really, with the exception of the burn it around. When Reese is at the net and gets started. She's put some of her first shots into the net, but once it gets going, she ends up winning most of those. Okay, it's game point. Sarah's serve to Brooks a little long. Brooks wants to take it as a forehand. She takes extra steps so she can keep it to her forehand side. Softer one, easy forehand. Back to Sarah. Sarah's backhand, back to Brooks. Forehand to Sarah's backhand. Sarah's backhand to Brooks' forehand. Tries to get it past Reese. No go. Reese gets it back. Brooks lobs. Sarah lobs back to Brooks. Brooks over Reese's head, back to Sarah. Nice lob. Short lob back to Jenkins. It pushed Sarah so far back that her lob really just gave Jenkins a chance to destroy, and she missed it. Jenkins swung too hard, whole shoulder swing at the net, and she hits it off the court. Unforced error, and center wins that one, staying up a break. Yeah, that
this
hurt.
is huge right here.
Yeah.
But here comes
the game.
Now, once again, we are now this is the critical game right here. If the Lady Riders can break.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes
the Cougars here, it puts them in a commanding position.
Exactly. Jenkins with a big first serve, it doesn't work, but she hits it even harder on the second. Reese gets it back. Jenkins puts it right down the alley. Sarah gets her racket on it, but it's no go. Good point for Cougars. 15-love. But, yeah, they're down a break and can't afford to be broken back. Sarah with a nice return. Jenkins goes and gets it, puts it across the court. Reese steps in front of it and splits the two right down the tee. And so they answer back 15 off.
Man, Cockrell is just a monster at the net.
Yeah, she's very good. Big serve into the net now. Second serve to Reese. 15 off. Reese gets a good defensive backhand. Oh. And the official called something. I'm not sure what. That point's over. 15-30. Okay, center's point. 15-30. Jenkins misses the first, the second one. Beautiful shot. Sarah has to go chase the backhand. She gets it. Brooks puts it to Reese. Reese gets it back to Brooks. Brooks then to Sarah. Sarah gets it back, but it is another one of those putaways, and Brooks missed it. That's 2 points in a row that each girl from China Spring has given away. Big serve, nice defensive return, another huge forehand from Jenkins to Reese. Reese's forehand back is too long, and they even it up. 30-all.
Yeah, 30-all or 40-15?
It's not 30-40. 30-40.
Yeah, I mean 30-40.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Yeah.
Good serve. Sarah gets it back, but Jenkins goes and takes it and goes down the alley. Reese gets her racket on it, but that was the right play, and now it's deuce.
Deuce. Yet another deuce.
Yet another one. Let's see, 3-1 in this one. So this is 14 games. Half of them have gone to deuce. What a great serve Jenkins, it didn't hit it terribly hard, but she lined up way far to the right, and the angle was just like perfect hypotenuse. It just kept going, so that an ace, Reese couldn't get to it. Game point, add in, good serve. Sarah gets it back. Big forehand, back to Sarah. She gets it back. Big forehand and Sarah gets it back. Brooks takes it, hits it over to Reese. Reese gets it back. Reese has another chance. Jenkins stretched for it, and he gets it back. And now it's Brooks to Hall. Hall back to Brooks, and now they've kind of balanced it up. Big lob to Sarah. Great long point. Nice shot. Here comes Brooks to the net. Sarah has a chance to pass her. Can't. Yes. Doesn't pass her, but makes her shift enough to where the shot, it goes into the volley, is in the net. So the longest point of the game creates the second deuce of the game. Big serve to Reese. Has to go get the backhand. Barely gets it over the net. Jenkins comes barreling forward. Hits a huge shot, but Sarah somehow or another gets it back. Lob, and they square it back up. Reese tries a lob, can't get it over Jenkins, but Jenkins doesn't put it away. Sarah gets it, puts it for Brooks to go chase. She does. Good lob. Now Cockrell, big lob. Brooks right in front of me, another lob. It's short. Sarah can put it away. She can't, though. Jenkins keeps it going. Sarah keeps it going. Another one. Jenkins keeps it going. Reese goes and digs it. Now Brooks. A shot to Reese. Oh, boy. Jenkins is going to get it. She gets it over. Sarah takes it, puts it back on the other side of the court. Brooks runs it down, and then Reese with just squares up and hits the alley. And that is the play of the game. Got to remember that. DQ point of the game. Not really the play of the game, point of the game. Long, and every shot was worth talking about. And it ended with a center win. Big serve to Sarah. It's wide. Sarah's going to go get it. The ball. Here comes the second serve. To the forehand this time. Sarah gets it back. Jenkins' big forehand. Reese tries to take the forehand, and it's a little bit too much pace, and it's just out of bounds. So China Springs is going to win that one. It's deuce again. It's third deuce. The mixed doubles playback next door needs ball help. So they didn't have any ball to play with. Both of them had rolled over, and that point lasted so long, they just had to watch it. So third deuce, here comes the serve to Reese. A little bit wide. Second serve to the backhand. Reese gets it back. Here comes Jenkins charging for it. Gets it. And with enough pace that Reese has to back up to kind of defense, block it, and it got too far. So Jenkins running up to the ball, to the net, hits a really good volley, and a little too much for Reese to handle. Game point for the Cougars. Good to the backhand of Sarah. She gets it back, and Brooks wanted to take it, but she took a backhand with no pace and no angle, and it hit it out of bounds, and so even back up. It's the fourth deuce. Serve to Reese. Gets the backhand return into the net. Really good serve. And that error was greatly assisted by the pace with which Jenkins served it. She's already ready to serve before Sarah's in place. Here she comes. Bam. Serve to the backhand. Gets it. Back to Jenkins. Back to Hall. Backhand. Back to Jenkins. Forehand. Tries the alley. Reese is there. She gets it. Brooks gets it. Brooks back to Reese. Now it's a lob. Reese has a chance to put it away. Doesn't, but Jenkins can't make it happen what she wants, and she puts it in the net. Another good point. Full of offensive opportunities, both sides. And it's back to deuce. The fifth deuce. Big serve, a little bit long. Second serve. And a little bit wide. Two almost that end up giving the Riders, I think this is their first break point out of
Second.
5. Is this the second one?
Their
Okay.
second one, yes.
Out of the 5 deuces, most of them have been advantage Cougars, but this is add out. Break point. Good serve. Paul gets this return back. Reese takes it. Jenkins gets to it. Reese puts it back again, and Jenkins can't get to it. And they break it with good play, good choice by Reese at the net.
Man, this could
break.
Yeah, this could be the
first game
backbreaker.
and holding this one. That could be 2 very good games, but they both go Center's way. And it is now, what is it, 4-1. And Center to serve when we come back. It could be serving for a trip to state. We'll be right back with the conclusion of the regional tournament brought to you by Sabine State Bank.
You're watching a Wallington Shires Pierce production with the Northeast Texas Sports Network, the UIL Regional Tennis Tournament, featuring Jalen Postel in singles and Sayre Hall and Reese Cockrells in doubles. We say thank you to our Center Rough Rider tennis broadcast sponsors. They include Sharon Nelson Medical, Texas Glacier Ice and Water, Bounds Insurance, Center Glass, and Aurora Concepts. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Of course, this is the regional tournament. Hall and Cockrell trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament in this playback game. They are up 6-4, 4-1, two games away from a trip to state, and it's going to be Jenkins and Brooks serving here. Of course, this is brought to you by Sabine State Bank. It's our title sponsor, along with our other tennis sponsors, Texas Glacier Ice and Water, Aurora Concepts, Bounds Insurance, Center Glass, and Sharon Nelson. So, Chris Washington, are you there? Chris is still visiting with some folks. Well, sounds like the action is going on. We'll get to him in just a second. Let's hear quickly from Aurora Concepts.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointment, mobile vaccine units, sports physicals, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
All right, so now we're back. Chris Wallington had to deal, I guess, with that Jack Allen and his.
It's a good problem.
Yes.
A girlfriend, maybe even a future in-law, who knows, but certainly nice enough to talk to, even though I missed a point or two of the tennis. But I don't really know what the score is. That's the thing.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't either because I'm solidly relying on you.
You couldn't see it. You couldn't see it.
All right, so we'll get a score count here. Who is serving? Jenkins or
Is
Brooks?
Reese?
Reese
is Reese.
Oh, we're
to
serving. That's right.
We're serving. Yeah, we. And she's serving to the deuce court, and good serve, but even better return from Jenkins, and Reese puts her shot back, and so it looks like. Well, I thought they were both walking back to the bench, but they're just going to get the ball. She'll call the score here in a second.
Our young ladies do a good job of calling the score. Both Sayre and Reese, both you can hear it clearly, which is a great thing. It's a thing that we kind of lost.
That's right. 30-15 is the score, second serve. And Nice return by Brooks. Good back to Brooks from Reese to Brooks to Reese. And then when Brooks hits it back, Sarah says, I got this. And she made her move. They're kind of falling into a rhythm from, backcourt player to backcourt player. And Sarah said, nope, gotcha. And this will be double game point to go up now. A commanding 5-2.
5-1.
5-1.
Mm-hmm.
First serve, no good. Second serve is in. And Jenkins, with the big forehand, she didn't move her feet. It was all arm, and it went into the net. Should have moved her feet. And now we are one break away, one game away at 5-1. And that's kind of what happened last year. So, 6-4, and then just took off from there.
Yeah, but this is kind of the first game where we won kind of easily. A lot of these other ones, we've really had to earn it. This has been these games have been extremely close.
That's true. That's exactly right. The game count looks like we're running away with this, but that's just not true. First serve to Reese. She tried the alley and missed. So first point goes to China Spring. And second serve, Sarah's return is kind of shallow. And I thought Jenkins was going to put it away, but Sarah battles back. And now they're trading lobs. So good defense from the Lady Riders. Reese decides to step in front of it, gets a good drop shot, but Brooks runs it down. Then the second shot from Reese lands, and Brooks runs it down and puts up a just sitting duck that Reese puts into the net. It's when it's at its easiest that it's at its hardest, isn't it?
Yes.
The net.
Yes.
As long as you are reacting.
Yes.
You either make a great shot or you don't. You don't really worry about it. But when you have a chance to think at the net, for me, that was when all the bad stuff.
That's when disaster could occur.
The shortest shots in the universe. Okay, here we go. Brooks to Cockrell. First service long. 30 all. Second serve, nice to the backhand. Good backhand, back to Brooks. To Reese. To Brooks. Well, Sarah wanted it, but it went over her head. Reese took it. Hey, beautiful shot as Jenkins stepped in front of it, but a just almost casual put away by Hall so far to the right that Jenkins could not get to it. That was just masterful. And here is
match point, right?
State point. Match point. The first shot, Sarah gets it back. It bounces. It kind of dead bounce. Brooks gets it back. Sarah wins the point, but hey, we had the score wrong because they're still playing. I thought that was match point, but now it's deuce again, evened up. Brooks to Reese. Reese back to Brooks. Brooks trying to get it back to Reese, but Sarah says, no. One more, they say to each other, so I feel pretty confident about one more, coach. One more, coach. Me and the boss, Dr. Morris, have agreed it's one more. Brooks to Sarah into the net. Good serve. Sarah to Brooks. Brooks back to Sarah. Sarah's backhand back to Brooks. Brooks lines up a forehand back to Sarah. Sarah to Brooks. Brooks to Sarah. Sarah to Brooks. And the lob that Reese is going to have a shot. She hits it right at Jenkins. Jenkins gets her racket to it, but it's out of bounds, and that's the way we will send two teams to state in a playback. Sarah Hall and Reese Cockrell earn their way to the state tournament. I don't like playbacks, but I've decided that this week I do.
Right.
Well done. Brought 3 people to the regional tournament. Are going to take 3 people to state. Congratulations to Coach Manchak and Coach Leon Dykes. He's a he's accustomed to being successful here, and that continues. Well, what a great job. We're going to hear from, one more time, Sabine State Bank, and then we're going to transition to our Wiggins Farms True Postgame Report as we get ready to call it done from Earl Rudder High School in Bryan. We'll be right back to talk to some excited folks.
So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, The Sign Shop, Center, Texas.
The following is a true story from Count Dracula about Schaffner's Washateria.
So I was home alone minding my own business when my wife was out of town. Suddenly, from nowhere, a minivan full of ghosts barged through the front door without opening it. They go to the bedroom and steal all my sheets and wear them around the house. Then suddenly they threw them on the floor and got back in the minivan. I have to get my sheets clean before my wife gets home. How do I do it? Schaffner's Washateria, serving vampires and Shelby Countyans for 3 generations. The Dracula family uses Schaffner's.
Schaffner's Washateria, Center, Texas.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family. But the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
All right, folks, the Wiggins Family Farms. This is the true post-game show here. We've had Wiggins Family Farms post-match wrap-ups, but this is the post-game show as we are done, and with the Riders with a huge victory, a single player and a doubles team headed to state. So, Chris Wallington, you got some people to talk to. We're going to turn it over to you.
I'm going to start with the heart and soul of Center Tennis, Big E. Big E, you see all of these matches. I mean, almost all of them, and very few of them end in a trip to state. This is cool.
Wonderful.
You watched these ladies all 4 years. You proud of them?
Extremely.
What sets them apart? Well, I mean, every tennis player kind of has their signature, whether it's on the court or off. What sets these ladies apart?
Determination.
Okay. Showed it today.
Definitely.
And Coach Superintendent, Dr. Morris, Coach Superintendent of Schools, you were telling me between matches, most of the schools you've worked at, went to, taught at, they weren't really tennis schools. Tell me what you think about just the whole, kind of tennis experience.
Oh, in Center?
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. It's fun. You got great coaches working with great kids, producing a great product. I mean, it's fun to watch, and it's fun to watch kids be successful, and can't wait to watch the state tennis tournament.
It's fun to watch as long as you can be there at 8 a.m.
Absolutely.
It's a different deal. Well, I am proud of them. Thank you for saying that.
You bet.
and that is, we'll call that our Gaddy's medical supply spirit spotlight. And Big E is fixing to get this picture took with the state champions. Yeah, and it's one of the dads said, "You carried them for 4 years, Big E. You got to get your picture took."
Right,
so
right.
you kind of got to do it, Big E. We'll hear from Gaddy's. We'll be right back with more of the Wiggins Farms post game.
Gaddy's Medical Supply is your one-stop shop for all your medical supply needs.
Jack Allen, where's my ankle wrap stuff for my sore ankle?
Your ankle wrap or your Kinesio wrap?
The old guy wrap.
The ankle wrap. It's in the top bathroom drawer.
Okay, thanks.
If you are recovering from an illness or an injury, Gaddy's Medical Supply can offer you the support you'll need.
Jack Allen?
Yeah?
Where did I put the raised toilet seat?
Check behind the door.
Right.
From crutches to canes to chairs, Gaddy's Medical is there for you.
Behind which door?
The hall bathroom, Dad?
Okay.
Okay, take care of yourself or someone you love with Gaddy's Medical Supply.
All right, so back to, again, it's the Wiggins Family Farms post-game show here. So we heard from Big E. We heard from Dr. Morris. And now we're going to hear from Coach or the ladies.
We got him.
All right,
got
let's
him.
do
Got
it.
Coach. Coach had a little of everything, just like a good Hollywood script. It had excitement and athletic, good plays, drama. Well, pretty good way to head to state.
Oh, most definitely. That first set, I feel like it could have gone either way.
Absolutely.
And just the seniors were not going to have it this time. And it showed with Sayer serving out that first set. I mean, they took a lot of guts in battle right there, and then she finished with 3 first serves in a row to finish that first set.
Absolutely.
It was like right on point, And so I was like, yep, that's what I needed to see. And so I knew after that happened that I feel pretty confident of they're going to steamroll the second.
Well, your intuition was right, but steamroll may not be the right, because there's so many of them. I mean, to be a 6-1 set, there are a lot of those games went to deuce and really hard fought.
Most definitely, but I know those 2 seniors, I know that once they get that first set under their belt, they're not going to give anything away. And so it just, every game that might have gone to deuce, it went back and forth, but I just felt confident that, hey, they know where they're at, and they feel like they're going to finish, and they just cross the finish line every time.
Well, ask you the same question as Big E. Every tennis player you've coached has his or her signature. Some of it is on court, some of it's off court, but you just kind of remember them by X or Y. What about these two? It be when you think of these two.
Well, with these two, it's going to be they played together probably majority of every tournament since 7th grade. And there's not that many that I can say that about where they were a tandem since the beginning. Yeah. So that would probably be one of the reasons I'll remember this too, is just they were together for beginning to end.
More than half a decade of your life, and that's pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, congratulations, and I'm proud of them. I'm going to talk to the ladies here right after we hear from JBA Financial. We'll be right back with the 2 ladies.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's going to be our final segment of the Wiggins Family Farms post-game show, as we have Chris Wallington, I think, lining up with with Hall and Cockrell, the winners, the state qualifiers here, and after their big victory. Wallington, take
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
I'll take you back to the first set. That's pretty early in the set, and there is a game that won't end. Just won't end. It's 7 deuces.
8.
And I mean, it's some of them you had ads and some of them you didn't, and you lost it. And we were speculating, what's that going to do to them? Take me back there. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I can't remember if that was like where we were like up and down the whole time and then we lost the deuce. I feel like that just kind of like fired us up more and was like, there's no way we just lost that, so we're not going to do that again.
That's the way you hope it will work. I don't know if most people feel that way, but you did. And then after that, the score, it looked like y'all were steamrolling, but you weren't. Those games were fought. Most of them were long. What was the difference there? What did you find to win this one, Reese?
The next deuce point, I think we just looked back at the one that we lost and we were like, yeah, we're not going to waste all that energy and lose the point again. So we were dedicated to win it.
After losing the 7 deuce game, later you had an 8 deuce game and you won it. So, I mean, it's a little bit of everything. I didn't realize this. And y'all have been playing together, not since your freshman year, since 7th grade. About all that time together, it's got to make a difference on the court.
I think it does, yeah. And we're friends off the court, so I think that helps too.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have noticed this. Maybe it was just today, but in the points, the lowest part where I would have been most frustrated, and I'm assuming you were too, things weren't going well, y'all talk to each other, and you smile. And you both have just really pretty smiles, and I'm like, Shires, they just both flashed the most beautiful. How are they doing that? Did you do that on purpose, or is that gas? I mean, is that really a smile? Or
if we don't smile, it's just gonna go south really quick. So we have to laugh.
We laugh. I try to make jokes. Like when Sarah gets down,
really mad, and it just doesn't.
I'm joking with her, and I'm like, smile.
Yeah. So if we smile and keep a positive attitude, as Coach always says, that's how we win.
That's what happened today. I'm so proud of you. And Jalen, come on in. All 4 years you've been working to get to state. It hasn't happened until this year. In a sentence, how does it feel?
I'm surprised I'm not sobbing right now, actually.
Well, there's work left to do. I guess you can sob later.
Yeah, true, but it's just like I finally made it. So.
And it's pretty fresh. You guys haven't been winners but about 10 minutes from this match. But how does it feel?
It feels pretty great. Hey, I don't think it's really sunk in yet. Not at all. I did cry though, but I've been crying all day, so that could just also be that.
It's been a very emotional day.
Yeah, it's been something.
Keaton and Jack Allen said it sunk in for them somewhere about their junior year of college.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening.
Well, y'all, congratulations. So proud of you. And hey, just a second. Shires, you've been at the house the whole time. And is there anything you'd like to say or ask these ladies before we lose them?
No, just congratulations. And enjoyed the moxie, and that's what I was wanting them to do, to get mad and fired up after that 8 deuce loss in a game. And just Cockrell, you're awesome at the net, and it's so cool. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Well, all right. All that leaves for us to do is something to smile about, and it's hard to choose. What are you not going to smile about? There are 3 seniors, and what is that? 12 years of tennis, and it's rewarded on the last game of their regional careers. That's with a trip to state. Now, state is a victory lap. They are not going to be picked to win anything much at state in either bracket, but we'll see. Maybe something good will happen. What about you, Shires? Something to smile about?
Oh, just what I said. I mean, both of them took a licking, from the number 1 seeds, and they're able to just come back. And Postel just comes back and just dominates. And then Hall and Cockrell, I mean, again, they rolled and against, the second team they played, this China Springs team is, those levels are about the same, but they, I think after that 1 deuce game, I think we won the rest of them. And just the mental fortitude that these ladies showed.
Well, I agree with you, and they're still taking pictures and having fun. They had some teammates here, younger teammates, the Skull and Herndon, that hopefully we'll get some inspiration here, and so it's all good. Well,
with Dykes, they'll be it'll be those two that we'll be talking about this time next year.
That's exactly right. All right, well, man, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go and go ahead and take us home. But again, thank you to Sabine State Bank and to Farmer State Bank and Wiggins Farms for our pregame show and our postgame show, and to all of you for listening. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Thank you, Chris Wallington. This is the counselor, Stephen Shires. We're going to close it out. We'll hear from those three sponsors. We'll hear from Farmers that brings us the pregame show. We'll hear from Wiggins Family Farms that brings us our postgame show. And we'll end it with Sabine State Bank and Steve Waters, who brings us the title sponsor of this event. Again, the Lady Riders have a great day today. All three of our ladies that we brought to the region are moving on to state. Once again, just another feather in the hat of this dominant tennis program that Coach Dykes has built over the last quarter century. So this is the counselor, Stephen Shire, saying thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you for all the folks that have tuned in. And congratulations, ladies, and we look forward to see how you do at state.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family. But the product from their farm, when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table, it's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank. Three-point shot. It's Red Bulls takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.